Hey, what's going on, everyone? So this is the wrap for day two. There was quite a bit that was done, and so I'm also messing a lot around with OBS and things similar. So forgive the formatting, but we're trying to figure it out. So a few things of note. Let's pull up the game. So at this point, we're doing a lot of work here. I really wanted to get the game board laid out before I started doing any sort of wiring. What you can kind of see now is I've defined the three different types of resources in the game. I put a placeholder for the castle on the wall. I haven't found the art that I want to use yet. All of these things I would say are not protected in any capacity. I like some of them. I don't love them all. We also have like a reserved play space here. Down here in the purple box is where the hand is going to go. I used a horizontal container for that. I'm hoping that the cards will dynamically be able to be placed in that section. Now, the things that I need to highlight, one thing I'm trying to do is make sure everything's sort of prefabbed. So I have different like player scenes, I have opponent scenes. This feels like I'm doing it wrong because I'm repeating constructs, and I know that that's kind of a no-no. And also now if I change one of these resource types, actually the resource types are their own prefab, so that shouldn't be too big of an issue if I want to change the pictures. But we're defining each of these individually and separately. Not a ton of logic. The castle is also defined that way, but the opponent castle is also. What's kind of nice is now you could implement something that's like different castles and different walls, and that sounds really cool, especially because I want to give some sort of flair to Arco Mage as well. I don't just want to recreate it. I want to create it, but then add some dynamic aspects to it as it grows. And so yeah, all the resources are defined. There's a lot of work now to be done on coding. What I think is really cool is I'm also really trying to heavily leverage ChatGPT and Bard to an extent. I tried Bard. Bard gave me some issues. It feels like it was referencing material for previous versions of Godot that just didn't align correctly. I wonder how much of that was my fault. But I'm just following it step by step here. So what's really cool about ChatGPT and I think future Gen AI tools is really going to be around how do I go from zero to fully covered? Like just from whatever idea I'm trying to think of. It's a great brainstorming assistant. The code I know is hit or miss. I've seen that in the past, and we're going to start testing a lot of that here too. But I'm trying to offload as much of the work as I can to Gen AI and see where we can end up. And so I think that's what's going to make this journey sort of interesting. Yes, we have some Bard and some ChatGPT here. I'm trying to think if there's anything else of note. So I've purchased some asset packs. I've imported some free ones that I plan to do some attribution to. There's a lot of placeholder work. I think what I want to approach next is just kind of starting to build out the classes and the constructs. I know that's going to require a lot of work. That's the kind of thing that I try to play in these sessions for like an hour in my day so I can do so when I have some free time. That I know I'll be heads down and just really nerding out on for a while. So I would love to hear your feedback, especially around these prefabs for the players. I think this is one thing I'm doing wrong. I know it's not going to scale well. So if you have a different way to do it, I'd love to hear it. We're going to do a little more open broadcaster. And so I appreciate you joining me for day two. I'm going to do a quick write up here as well. We'll get the video uploaded. I'll have to go back into GIMP and make another tooltip, probably just modifying the day. But it was an awesome journey, fresh haircut. Looking forward to hearing from you.